Hey guys, Dr. Josh Axe here with Dr. Chris Zaino. Chris, good to be here with you, bud.
What's up, Josh? Good to see you.
So we're going to be talking about today daily success, and Chris is one of the most successful people I know in really all areas of his life. Chris, I know that I've been really impressed with you. I know I've gone and stayed with you in the Woodlands there in Texas several times, and I've just seen the way you are with your wife Whitney, the way you are with your kids, the way you are in practice, and the way you are physically with working out. And it's something that, you and I were having a conversation about, what does it really take to be successful in business? But, the thing that you brought up is it's not really about being successful in business. It's about your daily habits and being really your identity. It's about the way you conduct yourself and really how being successful really should permeate every area of your life. So talk about you, your daily life. What is the mindset, number one, you have to have? And number two, I'd love to get like a glimpse into your daily life. What are these habits and things you're doing every day?
Right, and that was a great point. Because for the longest time, I don't know if you went through this too, I felt that my identity was in what I did. So therefore, if I was a good doctor, I was a successful person.
Yeah.
But what happened to the rest of my life? So my life was in a compartment, in a box. And then over the years, I realized, well, wait a second. Being the doctor didn't make me successful. I'm a successful person, and I bring that into whether I'm a doctor, whether I'm a dad, whether I'm a husband, whether I'm speaking with you right now. So it's like, well, wait a second, it was the opposite. Because that meant that something dictated my happiness versus, I'm going to become a successful person. So developing me mentally, physically, socially, spiritually was the key foundation to actually be successful in all the other areas of my life.
Yeah, I see this with a lot of doctors, especially, chiropractors as well. There's this low self-esteem. So talk to me about that a little bit. Why do you think that is? Again, there's a lot of chiropractors out there who lack self-esteem. What are some things for yourself? Again, I know you're a really confident person. You're not egotistical, but you're very confident and have a good self-esteem, which we should all have. You know who you are. Well, why do you think chiropractors have that issue? And what are some things that you've done to really, or that mindset you have that's caused you to have this level of confidence?
Well, it really became to personal development because I believe the low self-esteem issue was, and I can only talk for myself.
Sure.
When I started in chiropractic, I came from a part where it was really my whole life. I was raised in a dogma where if I was anything that was considered prideful or ego, any pride or ego, I was actually considered anti-God, a bad person, sinner. So watch here. And I was, as a chiro, I was trained to go out and serve. And so because I wanted to avoid any pride or ego, I swung the pendulum over to this side, but not humility, false humility.
Yeah.
Watch this. False humility is this martyring. I wouldn't accept the thank you from a patient or the love from the patient or the appreciation from my peers. So what started happening, false humility, what it does is it drives self-esteem down, it pulls out your human value, and it's this martyring thing that takes all self-importance away. And then you wonder why you stay depressed and resent things. And I realized that it was okay to be like, hey, this is the gifts and talents I've been given, and I could be okay with that. So I realized if I can't accept love, how can I give it away? If I can't be confident or be proud of the gifts and talents and have the level of self-importance that I am helping people, how can I give that away? So then I said, you know what, I got to work on me. And be okay with it. That's not a sin. In fact, it became what I call selfish, unselfish. Because if Josh doesn't work on Josh, if I don't work on myself, I work on myself so I could be a servant and serve to such a capacity that the world has never seen before.
Yeah.
And so that's how that shift happened. And the self-esteem thing is just saying, hey, wait a second, I am a hero. I'm not this piece of meat that means nothing. I am an important person, and I think it just comes from some people dogmas. And that for me, that's what it was.
Yeah, it's a huge point, Chris. And this is something that I've seen in working with a lot of chiropractors and other entrepreneurs and practitioners. Like I was really blessed to have a dad who all the time came up to me and said, I'm proud of you. Yeah. And I think for a lot of chiropractors out there, they've never, maybe they didn't have that family environment where their dad or their mom or loved one said, hey, I'm proud of you. You are great. You're doing a great job. So I think a lot of people never had that. And so you're right, a lot of these groups and organizations today, they sort of instill this thing in you, this false humility, which is so damaging. But again, that's one of the reasons why I know you're so successful. And as Dr. Chris is talking about, some of the things that you can start doing with that is working on personal growth. Go back and find out, what is it, why is it that you have low self-esteem? Is it because you didn't have a coach or a father or somebody telling you were proud of you? And then, there's a biblical way around that, knowing that you have a Father in heaven who is proud of you, and really meditating on who you are. Again, if you're watching this as a child of God and those types of things, these are things that Dr. Chris and I both meditate on a regular basis. So Dr. Chris, let's look inside your life right now. So again, you got a lot of stuff going on. Because right now I'm like, so you recently won Mr. Universe.
Last year, yeah.
Last year, okay. And I know, so I came out of, early on, it's been years, but doing a lot of weightlifting and just a little bit of bodybuilding. And I know the amount of time it takes, and it's crazy the amount of time and focus. You've got a great relationship with your wife, Whitney. You're spending time with your kids. You've got to practice.
Yeah.
You're building other brands.
Killing it.
So a whole nother entrepreneur. So with all that going on, let's look at your week, break it down. Like, what does a morning look like, an afternoon? Like walk me through your day from waking up to the time you go to bed.
The greatest commodity you have, it's not money, it's time. So we could always make more money.
Yep.
Right? I saw your scoreboards out there, right? I love it, right?
Yep.
But we're never going to get more time. So waking up early, if I wake up at 8 versus at 4, if I wake up at 4, I created 4 extra hours. Now, in one day, that's a lot. Compound that over 7 years. Think how much extra time you have. So the morning is so important to me because the kids and wife are sleeping, and that's my personal time. So I personally wake up, here's my whole routine. I work on me first, right? So I wake up, I do I do my detox protocol. So I wake up, I do my sauna, the coffee enemas, right? I do all those things. I read my personal development books or anything I'm thinking about. So if I'm working on a keynote talk, I'll work on that. And so my morning routine is almost like an hour and a half. I do the vitamin D bed.
Yep.
And in that morning, I'm listening to podcasts. So I'm just multi-thing. So I'm just filling myself up for 2 hours. And it's setting my spirit, my mind, and my focus to true north.
Yep.
So I am filling myself up. Now I'm recharged. I eat a good, healthy breakfast, and then I'm off. I'm off to work. And from 7 to 10, I could pour into those people. So that morning routine is so, so important, because as the day gets going, your circumstances might take you around, but the morning is so important. And the reason why in the afternoon shift I work out is because for me, competing meant I always have the urge to grow and expand as a human being. We all do, right? Growth. We always got to grow. So that's why if you feel stagnant, even though you're doing great, and I know you're never satisfied, we're drivers. So that's why I competed again. It's because I wanted to flex the discipline muscle. Because when I competed, when I wake up early, 4 in the morning always feels like 4 in the morning. Like it's never like, hey, it feels great today. It's like it's 4 in the morning, it sucks. But you know what? My phone's in the other room, Josh. So I got to get out of bed to shut the thing off. That's how I get out of bed.
Smart.
And then, but it's strengthening this discipline muscle, because the discipline muscle is really the root foundation for the successful day. Makes you do things where others wouldn't want to do it. And it's just those other little things that make you successful. And discipline is the cornerstone for that. So I work out for discipline. I do all those things for discipline, because as that muscle gets stronger, when I eat the things that trust me, we both like the way food that's not good for you tastes. I mean, come on, we all like taste of pizza, but I don't, because I know it's strengthening my discipline. I'm feeding my body. Because when I eat food, I think in my mind, Josh, and you do the same, food is medicine. I'm like, my body's recreating itself what I'm about to put in my mouth. Think of it that way. I am recreating myself from what I'm about to eat. So there's such a big why behind what I do. So all these things keeps that mindset huge. So body, mind, spirit, and I need to be at my A game, because when we're dealing with patients, what if I'm off? What if I didn't speak life into them when they need to? What if I wasn't sharp enough? We're talking about people's entire futures in the balance if we're not able to lead them.
Yeah.
And so when I want to build something else, like another brand, just like you do, we make the decision. Can we do it at 100%? If I can't, I'm out. I won't even do it. So if I could build it in the system of my life, if I could get my wife on board and the family on board. So for us, we're taking the kids out of school because I want them to travel with me now.
Yep.
Right? We'll get them tutored. Whitney is the CEO. I made her the CEO of the new brand, the I Am Hero brand. Why? Because she feels a part of it, and now she realized it's not just Chris going off, and it becomes like what happened. Here I was doing this in chiropractic. She was home with the kids. That caused resentment. Now she's the boss.
Yep.
And I'm the avatar, So I got to get everybody on board, and then when wife's on board and my kids are on board, my wife lets me drive as hard as I can because she knows it's worth it.
Yeah.
And her allowing me to do me, she has the best husband she'll ever have.
Yeah.
So everything has to be in there. So she allows me to do my thing. She allows me to work till 10, 11 if I have to because she knows we're all part of the whole journey together.
Yeah, it's so awesome. And I mean, involving your spouse and what you're doing is, I know for myself, I mean, Chelsea and I, our personalities are, we just get along and we mesh, but there's definitely more energy and empowerment when we're doing things together. I mean, we love working out together. We love doing part of the Dr. X fitness brand together. So when we're doing that together, there's absolutely this invigorating effect that happens. And I want to mention this as well. You know, what Dr. Chris said here, this is so critical. You've got to have that morning time to invest in you. You know, I used to say, hey, you know what? If I didn't go, even if after 8 a.m. the rest of the day didn't happen, I still had a successful day.
I won.
Because, you know, and now I'm not quite 4 a.m. and this is why his biceps are still so much bigger than mine. But, you know, because he's doing curls for 1.5 hours before I get up. So I'm more of a 5:30 guy. But so anyway, so you get up at 5:30 and still, hey, let's say you can't do 4. Let's say you can just do 5:30 to 7, again, an hour and a half, or just an hour. Hey, just 6 to 7, do something. But
about 20 minutes.
There you go.
That's the thing. Like, what we don't want to do is, see, Josh, how long did it take you to develop the routine you do now? Honestly, how long you been doing it for?
15 years.
15 years.
Wow, yeah.
So when you see my, you know what? I'm apologizing right now that I even told you my morning routine, because my morning routine was, it just started with 10 minutes. And
Yes.
then you're looking at over 10 years. So start with the 10 minutes, and I was able to develop the capacity to add that one thing.
Yep.
And then when I learned something from you on detox protocols, I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna add this detox protocol. So it was all that was literally, I added maybe one thing every couple months. So you're looking at the end result of 15 years, 10, 15 years of it. So we're talking, I don't want that to overwhelm someone to be like, oh, screw it, I can't do this.
Yeah, and another point I want to bring up too, all of these things work together, because listen, if you're drinking, you know, you get home from the office and you're, you know, sitting down and drinking half a bottle of wine and popping some chips and, you know, watching TV up till 11:30, don't try and get up at 4.
No.
That's not going to work, right?
And then how about, what would you say for the night owls? Because you and I were early morning people, but there are some people that have the luxury where, hey, they do their best work, they hustle till 2 in the morning, and they have the luxury. Well, it just shifts. So if you wake up at 10, you wake up 10 if you are that late night worker. But I need to be in bed. I know, and what happens, Josh? Your body becomes sensitive. So I know when I lost that 1 hour of sleep. I know when my routine was off. It's like your body becomes so sensitive in a good way because you're so in tune on your performance that you know immediately, oh, I shouldn't have ate that last night. And then you don't eat that, because if we drank and ate tonight and we felt, it only takes a couple next mornings of feeling like this to realize I don't like this. And then it doesn't, it's not a motivator anymore to eat that stuff.
Yeah, I know my wife and I, we were reading something recently, and they were sort of putting people in categories of sort of their circadian rhythms and where they operate and their strength in the best. And I was a lion and Chelsea was a bear. And so, you know, they were talking about, you know.
You don't call her a bear, do you?
No, never. No. If she calls
you're
herself
a
a bear, that's
You're a
fine.
lion?
But
You're a lion?
yeah, a lion.
Dude.
You're a lion too. You know, lions,
awesome.
lions like getting up early, and at like 9 o'clock, they're like, I'm ready. I'm ready to go to bed because I'm so excited about the morning. And so for Chelsea, like she is so productive in the morning, but she goes and finds her quiet, special place, you know? So she goes somewhere in the morning, a room by herself, spends time with God, goes from there for a workout. And so, you know, different personality types can do it different, but that's the thing is, it comes back to that thing, Chris, that you're so good at, and it's that discipline of creating that daily habit and putting this force field around it, having it protected to where, you know what, nothing interrupts this special time to where you're growing and building your self-esteem and confidence and your relationship with God and your family.
It makes me the best version of myself.
Yeah.
And that's the best thing I could give others.
Yeah. So one of the things we'd love to encourage you guys to do is this, you know, spend some time, write down the most important things in your life. You know, write down the time you're going to spend with God, the time you're going to spend with yourself, the time you're going to spend with your family, and the time you're going to spend on your mission. And you need to make sure every single week those things are given time, because if they're not given time, they'll never grow. In fact, a lot of those things are ignored, so they start to deteriorate rather than grow over time. So make sure you're giving those things that time. Implement those in your daily schedule. And I want to thank Dr. Chris for your great wisdom today. You rock, my man. Thanks so much.
And for full circle, doing those things, Josh, what will that do to your self-esteem?
It's going to take it to the next level. I mean, you'll see as well. I mean, it's amazing. Chris, I think a lot of times people think, well, this is going to take 5 years. I mean, honestly, 3 months, if you start doing these daily rituals after 3 months, all of a sudden you'll notice you become a different person in 3 months. It can happen that fast.
Absolutely.
Awesome, guys. Hey, I want to encourage you, check out some of Dr. Chris's inspiring information. Check him out on Facebook, Dr. Zaino, at Dr. Zaino Instagram. I love this brand and how inspiring it is. I love watching these videos and content myself. IamHero.com. Guys, thanks for watching. Hi, Dr. Axe here. I want to say thanks so much for checking out this YouTube video, and also don't forget to subscribe if you want to get more great content on things like herbs, essential oils, natural remedies, and how to use food as medicine. Also, check out more of our content on my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.